Hi, my name is Brightwonder Obinobasi. I'm the writer, producer, and director of Even President's movie. I want to thank you immensely for creating the time to see this movie and also let you know that more than just another movie, Even President is a movement to birth and sustain that great nation we all yearn for. And that's why above all, we decided to make this movie available here on this platform free for all Nigerians home and abroad to access. This movie is one of many to come. And so as you watch, we'll be glad to hear your comments and recommendations as development for a sequel, a TV series is currently ongoing. We believe in the power of film to influence behavioral change. And we're creating a content that over the next 5-10 years will disrupt the conventional and birth that great nation we seek. And we strongly believe that your contribution will help us achieve a better result. You can send us direct feedback via the link provided in the comments section. We're also open to sponsorship, partnership, and donations to help us further this noble project. You can reach us through the details provided in the comments section. Please kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel and turn the notifications so you're notified of more to come. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video link so many more people could watch this film. Do enjoy your movie.
It's Dari. He's still family.
Doesn't mean I should have a relationship with him.
You will have a great outing today.
How do I look?
Like the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, GCFR, GCON, etc., etc.
Aww.
You look beautiful, darling. You ready? Okay, let's go.
You must have heard the saying that children are the leaders of tomorrow, and the youth, the future leaders of any great nation. But I tell you, that tomorrow will never come until we realize that today is the tomorrow we prayed for yesterday. Today's event is going to be a dynamic shift in the history of this nation, Nigeria. So therefore, I present to you the next president of this nation, Nigeria, Zinachi Ohams.
Chairman, delegates, and great people of Nigeria, I am most honored to accept your nomination for President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. As a little boy with dreams to take over the world, I was daily presented with a Nigeria submerged by poverty, corruption, and death. A country where my voice cannot be heard. Now, I'm from the East, and I was raised in the North, and I schooled in the West. And I can categorically tell you that we are all caught up in the same struggles, where your voices are silenced and your hopes dismissed But as a great country that we are today, we rise with undefeatable resolve in our hearts, and we declare that this is not the real Nigeria.
This is not the real Nigeria!
Nigeria is wealthy enough to blossom amongst the first world country, but we have long been plagued by this one disease, corruption. Snakes and monkeys are now on the run in our nation for crimes they never committed. It is the dawn of a new beginning, my friends. There is absolutely nothing wrong with Nigeria that cannot be fixed by what is right with Nigeria. Accountability, transparency, giving the citizens adequate information to hold their government accountable, and do what is right. These are the things I promise you if elected your president. And together, we will move this great nation forward. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless the continent of Africa.
You were awesome out there, Daddy, and you made me so proud.
Thank you so much, darling. I'm very glad to hear that, although I wish someone else had told me that first.
Oh, God.
I'm just saying.
It was a great outing. They love you.
Thank you.
But we love you more.
You know, I just want them to be able to stand up for themselves, to demand for it.
Hey, hold it! Hey! Hey!
The boy is a thief. He stole bread from that woman in the market.
Please, sir. Please help me, sir.
Hey.
Please, sir. Please. Sir, please.
You stole. Why?
I was okay, sir.
Have you ever heard of the 11th commandment?
No, sir. Sir, please don't go. Sir, please. Sir, don't go. Don't go.
Yeah. I know that look on your face. He's such a heartless beast. Well, for those of you who are interested in Nigerian politics, the rules are simple. Never hit the big guys. Focus on the little people. They're your mugus. They're so powerful, but they don't know it. And that's why so easy to scam them like the politicians have done in the last 68 years. As trillions of naira is budgeted for the 180 million people, your job as a politician is to position yourself between that budget and the 180 million people who need it. It's simple. Just build a conduit from the budget to your interest group and your bedroom. But Nigerians only talk. Yeah. Their anger extinguishes in their parlors and at newspaper stands. You try and steal a loaf of bread out of hunger, they will lynch you. Or steal, loot billions from the national treasury, and they'll crown you with chieftaincy titles on red carpets. If they ever riot, it's only to kill each other. They never rise against the politicians. Yeah. Yeah. Keep looking at me like you want to bite off my ear, but hey, truth be told, I don't care. You may not like me, but you can't ignore me.
Oh, God. Hey, my darling. How are you? How was school?
Great.
Hello. Bobby, your laughter is hard at the gates. Hi there.
How are you? Welcome. We were talking about how important it is for you to use your football age when you're about to get a job in this country.
You can keep amusing yourself.
I'm sorry, man.
Oh, so you got the job?
Not when you are being interviewed by a panel of tribalists who would rather reserve the vacancies for their families and friends.
Now that's what I call tribalist line of duty.
Okay.
How old is she?
My brother, you have no idea. You have no idea.
I'll be inside.
Babe, could you help me increase the volume, please?
I cannot fix all of Nigeria's problems in 1 year. No. But I promise you that before the expiration of my tenure as president, you will see a remarkable transformation in all sectors of our economy. And all Nigerians from across the region would have a better life.
Gentlemen, we cannot overlook this.
This is not the first time a woman is running for president.
Yes. But it's the first time that a woman declares her intentions, and in less than 4 hours, over 3 million fans have connected with her on Instagram, 3.2 on Twitter, and 1.3 on Facebook. My source also tells me that a youth initiative is planning to present their own candidate. It's exactly my reaction. But I searched for his name on the internet, and I found this on YouTube.
No, I beg to differ. Now, privatization is not the solution to the issues we are facing in the petroleum sector. Nigeria is the only OPEC country that has accepted importation of fuel as a norm, and it does not make sense.
So what will you do differently?
Now, the downstream is an important sector in national development. Our refineries have worked before, they can work again. Do you know how many jobs you'll be creating? Over 700 billion naira wasted on subsidy alone. And that is because we're importing what we produce. Fuel is high because we are wasteful.
So, gentlemen, I accessed their social media pages. 18.2 million followers on Instagram, 25 million on Twitter, and 14 million on Facebook. It is clear that this youth group is affiliated with some pro-youth organizations and youth-led groups.
Mr. Elvis, are we now going to concern ourselves with this social media nonsense?
Alhaji, INEC's recent upgrade of their voting system has made rigging any election in this country very difficult. 83.4 million Nigerians access their information these days on the internet. And over 70% of that population are youths. It's a digital age, and the power to wield this age is in the hand of the young people. So, it's either we let them wield it, or we use them to will it in our own favor.
You've not made your point.
Sir, if they want a youth president, let's give it to them. And
Rubbish! Total nonsense. Listen, this is politics of Nigeria, not a United States of whatever country you think this is.
We were all witnesses to how an epic digital marketing campaign can unseat an incumbent president. It happened in this country. First time in our history it happened. I'm not trying to incite fear, just that we acknowledge the change in the dynamics of our politics and brace up. I know that what I'm saying is not popular, but to ignore it will spell danger.
Who is this Zina?
I'm reporting live from Heritage Hospital where Zinachi Oham and his family were rushed in from the accident. What a traumatic experience.
It's well over 2 hours and counting, and yet none of the doctors or staff are willing to give us information concerning their current state of health.
It's really devastating. And only hope that Zinachi Oham and his family.
One question prevalent in the millions of discussions erupted across multiple social media platforms is this accident a coincidence? What are the current states of health?
How badly were they hurt?
Are there any casualties?
Are they alive? How is Zina?
Is rumor true that his wife might not make it?
Did Mona survive it? How is Zina? Is he alive?
First of all,
how is Zina?
We're going to address you all very shortly, I promise. So, yeah, thank you for coming. I told them I'm going to address them in 10 minutes. Please tell me you have something, please.
The statement is ready.
Any additions?
No, this is fine. No, just wait here. Wait here. Just wait, I'm coming.
Mona, we're running late.
I'm almost done, Mommy.
Hey, baby, it's just 7 a.m.
I'm moderating assembly activities. Oh, see you soon.
All right.
Bye. Let's go.
Babe, please, could you help me pass the... Sorry.
Initially, I had no intention of running for president. But seeing the suffering on the faces of Nigerians, I constantly bleed in my heart. So, I had to run.
Can you imagine that criminal? Somebody who embezzled 485 million naira coming to tell us he wants to run for president. President of what?
I thought Senator Dimbo has a pending case of money laundering with the EFCC. What exactly is happening? What is this government doing about this? Do we still have judiciary at all?
God go bless for this question. Who he help? He father for there. That bastard. So finally, they want to scatter the country. Have you not been so? Not to scatter and they go now. Scatter everything they go. That man wait for our money. Now won't come and won't rule us.
Yeah.
That man won't come and scatter everywhere, John.
I'm watching
Scatter everywhere, John.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Well done, guys. So sorry I am late. I had to drop TJ off at school. Okay, so what have I missed?
Just finished communicating the deliberations with them.
Look, honestly, I appreciate the fact that you think...
It is one thing to keep complaining about the problems, but it is a whole other thing to stand up when it's needed most. Zina, that is one of your favorite quotes. This is what our organization exists for, to fight for the Nigeria of our dreams. And listen, I know it doesn't seem close yet, but if we could only dare to take this bold step, then Nigerians will rise to fight for our country and decide the fate with their voters' card.
Yeah, I understand, but Umi...
Listen, you don't even have to make a decision right now. Just maybe take a day to think about it. Can you at least do that for us?
You know how much I don't want to get into politics. But every time I see my father in my dreams, I just...
Perhaps you should listen to him.
I'm not my father.
Unfortunately, I don't see any difference right now.
Michelle, what?
Why do you want to be president? Tell me why. You want to be famous? Rich? You want power?
None of those, none.
Oh, yeah. You want to save the world, I guess. But of millions that have fallen for this country, how many have been truly celebrated as heroes? How many, Zina?
I'm not looking to be a hero.
Oh.
I'm not looking to be a hero. That's not...
Then what? A martyr? Your father was betrayed to his death by his bosom friend due to politics. You said that to me yourself. And now...
No. You don't understand the irony of the story I told you. My father was the one that betrayed his friend to his death.
What?
My father was a good man. He wouldn't hurt a fly. But after the incidents that led to his friend's death, I woke up every morning unsure of myself. I had to brace up and tell myself that I am not my father. I'm not perfect. Never will be. And I vowed never to walk in his path. Now, you asked me if I want to be president, and I don't know if that's what I want. But one thing I'm sure of is that I want to see you free, and Muna. I want a better life for our baby. Unfortunately, that will never happen with those men in power.
We don't have all we need, Zin.
Yeah.
We're not starving.
I know.
We're just fine.
I know we're fine. For today, we are. Who knows what those men have in store for us tomorrow?
I've always cherished the simplicity and privacy of our lives. Why do you want to take that away from us?
Listen. Politics isn't bad in itself. It's the players that make it seem the way it is. Huh? You know I won't proceed without your approval. But I believe that you always knew this day would come.
The question we must all answer is, how do we win this?
Campaign methodology is developed from both winning and losing an election.
The main campaign tool for winning any election is communication.
We must communicate clearly our vision, goals, values, and benefits.
And specific ways we intend to tackle the challenges of the masses.
Print media and television networks are losing their younger ones to internet services.
Knowing what to focus on and where to spend our resources and measure them, then we can win this.
So, what's our key strategy?
Increasing voters' turnout by 100% by sensitizing people to vote.
Yeah, and also ensure that voter registration and voting is made easy for our
prospective supporters, as well as guarantee security at the polls. A free and fair election is our best bet.
Meanwhile, things can get very rough on the national stage. Your life, the life of family will be investigated, distorted, manipulated. You lose every semblance of privacy. Are you sure you are ready for this?
Are there unexpected surprises, anything from your past or background the press might feast on? We need to prepare answers.
Besides what I shared with the House, I don't think... I can't remember. No, there's none I can remember for now.
Are you ready to be president?
Shall we begin?
A new party made up of young idealists recently metamorphosed from a Pan-African civil society organization, the Youth Hub.
Zinachi Ohams emerges as a leading contender for the presidential race of the Nigerian Rebirth Party.
250 civil society organizations have declared their support for Zinachi Oham's presidential race.
Zinachi Ohams wins the Nigerian Rebirth Party presidential nomination ticket.
We love our country not because it is great, but because it is our own. Yes, yes, yes. And together, we will build a nation of our dreams. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Welcome home, son.
Where is this place? Where am I? Where am I?
This is home now.
No. This is not my home. This is not my home.
Zina, you are too far away. This is home now.
I rebuke you. I rebuke you. I told you to stay away from me. Stay far away from me.
Or maybe you want to listen to what...
I don't want to hear anything. There's nothing you're going to tell me that I want to hear right now. There's nothing you're going to tell me that I want to hear. Nothing.
Listen. Truth takes time.
I know the truth. I know the truth.
You know.
Yes, I know. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Where am I?
Doctor!
Where's my wife?
Doctor!
Where's my wife? Where's my wife?
Wait. Zina, come on, calm down. Calm down, hold it. Easy. Relax. Yeah.
Where's my wife?
You had an accident, Zina.
I know I had an accident. Where's my...
Easy.
Where's my baby?
They are okay.
In the hospital.
I know where I am. I said, where's my wife and my daughter?
Relax, they are okay. Take it easy, okay? Relax. Give injection tomorrow. Just relax.
If I hear you mention injection again, I'll make sure you're giving an overdose.
Easy, Zina. Easy. So sorry. She lost the pregnancy.
No, what are you looking for? Wait, what are you looking for? We can help you.
Where's my car key? I need my car key.
Your car? No, wait. You were in an accident, Zina. Your car crashed. Can you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Wait, no, Zina, where you... Bobby, hold him. Hold him.
You tell him we asked the doctor to overdose me with injection.
They wanted to kill him. They wanted to kill me. Have you seen what they did to my wife?
No, but we don't even know that
You
anything
don't
happened on that day.
know what? You don't know what? You're trying to tell me that you think that's a mere accident?
It must have been a coincidence.
Yes.
What? No, what I'm trying to say is that the incident must have been an accident that coincided. In fact, they planned it.
They tried to wipe my family away. Please, let me...
Zina, maybe they tried, but they tried and failed. Do you know why? Because this path you are on, this path God has put you on, it is not man that has your back, Zina. It is God.
Yeah, I understand.
So please just
I appreciate that.
take a second, breathe, and be grateful for
Yeah.
that. So just...
I'm grateful, man. I'm very
Zina,
grateful.
no, let's just...
I want to see that.
That wasn't the first time that he tried to rape me. I had to cut off all ties with him for 1 year. He came begging. He said he was sorry, and it was all the devil's work, coupled with the fact that his wife wasn't satisfying him enough. I'm shocked to my bones. It's really appalling. I just...
Zina, what are you doing? You need to go back to the world now. Our country's enemies are not arrests, so why should we?
Zina, nobody is resting. Linda is out there trying to make
I am the one accused, and I know what...
Hi, Zina.
Hello, brother.
What are you doing here?
Thank God you're alive. I called more than 20 times, but you're not even...
Well, then stop calling. You're a smart man.
Brother.
I told you people, leave me and my family alone in peace. Come on now.
This isn't a coincidence, and I'm sure you already know that. They won't stop until they bring you down. I worked with them for 5 good years as campaign strategists. And 2 years afterward, they consulted my expertise on information technology. I have no doubts that Makata is behind all this. And they've just only begun.
Well, I've just begun as well. I've just begun.
Wait, Zina, maybe this isn't perfect time. I'm not trying to instill fear, but...
Thanks to them, they've made me cross that Rubicon.
You know, sometimes someone will be telling you that, you know, they were raped, whereas it was a dream. You know, more like an
Are you
infatuation.
insinuating that women have dreams
No,
about being raped?
no, that's not what I'm insinuating. What I'm...
Clarify. So sorry for the delay. Zina, at your arms.
And what's that for? I was trying to distract them. They were trying to cause a scene. This is a public place, for Christ's sake.
Really though?
So, in other words, you're saying this wasn't consensual?
No, it wasn't.
And how long did this go on for?
For about 3 years.
He kept abusing you for 3 years?
No, he attempted to, and then he succeeded in the final year.
And that is 2010?
Yes, precisely November 18, 2010.
Now, this is where I'm confused.
How do you mean?
According to what you've told us, this incident happened November 18th, 2010. That was while you were dating?
Yes.
And 2 years before he got married?
Yes.
Zina married his wife March 11th, 2010. And from what you have told us, this incident is supposed to have happened 2 years before the wedding.
I can't actually pinpoint the date. Maybe it's 2010 or 2008. But the thing is, he raped me. I'm telling the truth and I can prove it. I can't come to national television and lie.
Nobody said you're lying.
That is what you're insinuating. You invited me and now I'm here and you're making people see me as the bad person.
Cindy, you're not a bad person. And nobody is saying that. Nigerians are wiser than that. So just relax, darling. This will soon be over. Well, viewers, I tell you, it's getting really hot here. You just need to sit.
I'm sorry, I thought I'd save you the introduction.
Mr. Zina, this is still my studio.
Apologies, I know. Sorry. And if you leave, people are going to think you're the devil. Please, sit. Cindy, I'm sorry for how things ended between us. And I'm honestly sorry that I hurt you by leaving. But you and I know that this rape thing never happened. Now, our relationship may have ended, but I know what an amazing person you are. So this thing that they are making you do, this is how they lead millions of Nigerians to self-destruct. They make you do things that they'll never ask their children to do. Never. And then when they're done with you, they destroy you, leave you out to hang and dry while they devour all your loot. with friends and families home and abroad. But I have a message for you. See how shallow your strategies have become, huh? Shame. Nigerians are not the fools you think them to be. Please, up.
He uses us to do his dirty job and to kill anyone who gets in his way.
I supply him with guests. I only know some of the guests service him and his friends in their hotels. As for what they do with the other guests, I do not know. It's none of my business to ask.
She's my customer. Human parts. That's the business I do.
You saw this?
Well,
I wanted you to see it first.
And none of this is true, right? All staged?
To record success in this campaign, we are going to need a lot of daring materials in our press kit.
Okay. Listen up, everybody. I want to thank you. Thank you so much for putting this together. But I need you all to know that we want to have a campaign that our children and our grandchildren and generations to come will be proud of.
This is politics.
And we're not going to play the way they play it. No. We're not going to do that. Do we want to win? Absolutely, we want to win.
But we're going to do it the right way. We're not going to win by stage managing events and feeding fabricated stories to the press. No.
And if I'm not mistaken, the rape accusation against you, that too was fabricated.
So we must follow their lead? Is that what you're telling me? We follow their lead?
How then are we any different? What exactly are we fighting for?
I take full responsibility for this, Zina. Sincerely. Okay, let's all just take a breather and move forward. We kickstart campaign any day now, but the account is still in red.
We need cash. A lot of it. And we need it like right now.
Wait. That's it. Just like that.
Martins, you need to calm down. Let's move on.
What do you mean, let's move on? Do you know how much I put into getting this commercial done? Do you? Look, everyone knows that Senator Dimbo is dubious and fraudulent. I mean, this is a man that the entire nation knows embezzled 485 million naira from the nation's treasury.
And now I am wondering why you didn't just use that in the commercial if you absolutely had to use something.
Exactly. And now I'm actually concerned right now. I'm really bothered. Should I be worrying myself about getting another campaign manager that knows what the struggle is about?
You see, I believe that God will arise.
Bishop, we need more than prayers. We need to act now. If the congregation cannot rise in the day of adversity for our country, then what is the congregation for?
You see, we don't indulge in politics.
Yes, but when the righteous are in power, the people rejoice and the land is at peace. That's the scriptures, I remember. Now, sensitizing your members to vote these corrupt politicians out in this coming election is a good way to start. As president of Christian Association of Nigeria, telling your GOs around the nation to do the same with their congregation is an act I'm sure God himself will be proud of. Do this and let generations yet to be born, let them hear of your role, your great role in the redemption of this great country, Nigeria. I'll be in touch, Bishop. Thank you.
We will keep praying for you.
Faith without works is dead, Bishop. Michelle?
You can't go in. They want some privacy.
That's my wife and daughter there.
She specifically asked us not to let anyone in.
Well, I'm not anyone.
You inclusive. I'm sorry. Please, stop that. Stop.
Would you please stay out of my way, please? Please. How's she?
I will appreciate if you can leave us alone.
Listen, I'm sorry for everything.
Where is the crowd that screamed your name at the announcement and on social media? Where are they?
Crowdfunding.
How does that work? Well, we get members of the general public to donate to an online platform. GoFundMe is one of such great platforms. Does it really work?
It does work. Most businesses nowadays get their capital base through crowdfunding. Politicians do sponsor the campaign with crowdfunding, including the current president.
Yes, but the success of this journey depends greatly on Nigerians, because if they are with us, then they just might fund this.
That could also give us a lead on how things will go at the polls.
And what exactly do they get in return for their donations?
We'll figure something out.
Yes, we will.
So how do we begin?
Well, first, Martin, do you have any perspective on this?
Well, nothing really. I mean, we just received good news of someone willing to sponsor the entire campaign. I mean, we don't have to worry for a second about finances, and then, well, here we are, opting for the options of approaching poor Nigerians and asking them to part with their little earnings. But whatever you decide, it's fine by me.
Who is this sponsor?
The gentleman who left here about 30 minutes.
What's his name?
Mr. Elvis.
We don't need their funding. Thank you very much.
Zina, do you mind them telling us why? I mean, it's not like they've asked us to do anything wrong, and we need this money. They have innocently offered it, so I don't understand why.
Innocently?
I will remind you of this statement soon. We proceed with the crowdfunding, everyone.
Okay, Sani, set up all the platforms immediately. Eric, I need you to put together a strong marketing plan and look into all our social networks. Bankole, I need you to reach out to our affiliate associations. And Dina, you need to record a video for us to use online.
I'm ready.
Good, but while we're on the topic, I remember your brother said he was an expert at infotech, so
I have no brother.
Zina, right now is not...
All right, thank you, everyone. Thank you. Hello? Zina Chiohams here.
How is your campaign coming up?
It's going well. We're trying to raise some money through crowdfunding at the moment.
It's very brilliant.
Thank you.
I hope that works.
I hope so too.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Sure.
Do you think that I've got a chance with these elections?
Honestly, you're one of the few people that I respect in this race at the moment, right now. And if you become president, I can go back home and sleep, because I know Nigerians are in safe hands.
I'll show you something. That's my son. He graduated from Stanford University in California, engineering. And you know, he would always say to me that the best you can be in another man's land, Mama, is a glorified refugee with a residency permit. He was my personal president, as we would often call each other.
Was?
Mm-hmm. He was butchered in the 2011 riots in Kaduna. While on youth service, serving his fatherland. He held up. He held up until I got to the hospital. And you know, the only words he could say was, "Help me, Mama."
I'm really, really sorry.
He died like 10 minutes after I got to the hospital. And I could not help him. I could not help him. And as I stood there by his graveside and watched him covered in ashes, I just knew that whatever is left of my life will be dedicated to seeing the Nigeria of his dreams come true.
I'm really, really sorry to hear this. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You don't have to be sorry. I made the pain my gain. You know what, Zina? I see his strength in you. I really do.
Timmy,
Yes, darling.
are you aware Zina is running a crowdfunding campaign on GoFundMe?
And how's that going?
378,000 naira. And it's been on for a week.
All right, guys, let's all look on the brighter side. We're just a week into this whole thing, and then we have a month to elections. So things might just look up, all right, guys? Huh?
Tina, look, don't be like this. Me and my wife have been watching your progress. Even the other day, we went ahead and we noticed your crowdfunding campaign, and we suggested
Why is that
that
any concern to you?
Oh, Zina.
No, Timmy, tell me. Keep your fame and fortune. We don't need it. We don't. You're a popular person today, a celebrity, everybody's calling your name. People are buying whatever it is you bring to the table. People are praying for you. Millions of people.
Don't be like
I'm
this,
not done. Let me finish. Most of these people don't even have the means to afford the 3 square meal that you can afford, can they? They can't. Now you have a platform. Those people don't have a voice. Nobody's going to blame you if you decide that you're not going to help any of us, not the country, not any individual, as far as your platform is concerned. Nobody's going to blame you for that. But let me remind you that yesterday you were nobody. Today you're a celebrity. Tomorrow is in the hands of God, Timmy. Nobody knows tomorrow.
I understand that you're upset. I understand. I've not been taking your calls and I've not returned any of your text messages. But please, we actually want to help. We want to help. Please.
Hello? What? When?
I've missed you, my president.
I miss you too, my love.
Zina,
I am so sorry. My daughter will walk again.
I love your faith. It is good to have faith.
But Zina, you know... No, but. Whether spiritually or medically, whatever. Muna will walk again.
I was wondering where you were.
Good morning, brother.
Listen, Zina. If you think we're here to seek favors, peradventure you win the election, I think you're guessing.
So why are you here?
Because we believe in your vision and we want to lend our support.
I don't need your support. Thank you very
The
much.
family raised 3 million.
I don't need your money either.
Then stop begging for money online, since you have enough pride to cover for the whole of Africa.
This fight is bigger than each one of us. Unforgiveness is a disease.
I have nothing against you.
Listen, the earlier we stop telling ourselves these lies, the better. Zina, we need each other in this fight if we're going to make any headway at all. And forgiveness is a starting point.
Amazing, amazing, amazing.
From Nigeria Arise Foundation, 11,250,000 naira.
We can win this. We can actually win.
Oh yeah, guys, I am short of words. I don't know what to say, but well done, well done, well done, everybody. Well done.
Guess who donated 25 million of the total sum?
Wait, who?
Mrs. Atineke Williams.
In him, I see strength. I see honesty. I see determination and resilience. We have a lot in common. And I can assure you that with him, Nigeria would have that transparent and accountable government. It is on this note that I, Atinuke Williams, step down from running for the office of the president in the forthcoming elections to join Zinachi Ohams. And I enjoin all my dedicated supporters to do the same. Thank you very much. God bless you all, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
I've got to take my leave now. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, hold on. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is it not your hands here?
Is something wrong?
I guess it's time to start fixing.
Young man, you think we are the problem, right? I know the passion. I know the zeal. I can feel your energy. In fact, I know your desire to want to make an impact. And maybe in that process, have your names written in the sands of time, right? Youthful exuberance. I have been there. You're a small boy. You know nothing. Absolutely nothing. You know nothing about the struggles of this country. You know nothing about our fights. Come on. You know what? There is this word of wisdom that one should not meddle in issues that are higher than him. Or let me put it this way. A child does not go asking who killed his father. I hope you're smart enough to get my drive.
Now, here's the offer. You step down from running for the office of a president and join us. Of course, you'll be well compensated with a worthy office. Alternatively, we can permit you to run for the office of a president on our party platform. Of course.
Under a mutual agreement. That way you're sure of a win. Win never lose. So, what's your pick?
None.
I hope you're not allowing yourself to be fooled by the small change you were able to raise from your senseless, money-begging venture on the internet. Or maybe because Atinoka stepped down and joined you. She never had a chance.
I wonder why our senseless venture is getting to them. These men are powerful. They don't have the time for such frivolities. But I think I know why. I figured out why. It's because finally you all realize that Nigerians are not the fools you think them to be. And from every nooks and crannies of this country and beyond, Nigerians are beginning to rise and ask for all the years that you stole from them.
I'll advise you mind your language, young man.
Now, it's our turn to make you an offer. Your party will present people with proven integrity as candidates on all positions in the coming election. Gubernatorial, presidential, senatorial, and all of it. Or you bring your party flags down if all you have to present are the same criminals that you gave us the last time.
That's nonsense.
I'm not done.
What?
Sir. Secondly, every one of you will hold a press conference and apologize to Nigerians for all the years of theft, money laundering, suffering, poverty, poor education, poor health infrastructure, poor basic amenities or the lack of it, ethnic and religious battles and riots and the bomb blasts that you sponsored and masterminded. Now do this, we'll all live in peace in the Nigeria of our dreams. And do not do this and I will ensure that you will all spend the rest of your lives in jail. Not even a single member of your family will live in peace.
From what my sources told me, they have the backing of the US government, even the United Nations. Benza. Absolute rubbish. Toshikino, we shall show them who owns Nigeria.
Of course you know that it's time to do some damage control. But you need not fret. We have different ways, many techniques that we use to control the anger.
Are you going to pay us?
No, I suppose. You see that we do not have any business. Look, they're just using you to achieve their evil aim. You know this. They're just using you. What is my business? What they are trying to achieve? How do you think I pay for this house? How do you think I feed Mama and Papa? Well, you might be able to feed anybody today. What about tomorrow? Huh? Tomorrow be damned, Zina. Tomorrow be damned. You think you can come to my house and speak English? Because your parents could afford you a better school? Tayo, listen. Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Guy, before your parents come at you from our school that year, you dey beat me for class. Talk now, you dey beat me for class. What I'm trying to say is that you need to... Guy, match break, dear. Match break. Eto, you think say because you standard set compass, they run for Presido? You won't come brainwash me, make a lap you? No, I'm not brainwashing you, all right? I'm providing you another opportunity to make a good living. That's what I'm doing. Look, I know that they paid you to sabotage my campaign and the election. I know. I have my sources. All right? Dari, he better know who he's messing with. Oh, look, listen. Instead of mobilizing your guys to be violent and all that, why don't you mobilize them to vote these evil men out? Look, our staff package might not do anything for you compared to whatever it is that they offered you. But at least you can earn a living as an honest man. And who knows what will come out of it when I become president? Huh? My little advice for you, Zina. Wake up.
So are you saying this is politically motivated?
I mean, how else can you explain this? How else? Before this, have you ever heard of any assassination attempt on my life? 2 weeks. 2 weeks after I posted Zina's crowdfunding video on my page, which I also sent in my donation. And now I have my car being shot up in front of my house? What is the meaning of this?
So if this was an assassination attempt, as you say, why would someone wreck your car parked in front of your home with bullets when it was obvious you weren't there?
Send a message, of course. Just send a message. But that message is to them and not to me. But here is my message to them. I am not a politician, and I don't plan on being one. I'm a law-abiding citizen of this country. And like any Nigerian, I reserve the right to exercise my constitutional rights, which means supporting anyone I believe in. Anyone I choose. Thank you.
One more question, please. Just one more question. I'm even scared of letting him go past that door. Talk less of letting him go to school.
How long have they been calling now?
3 days.
3 days.
Yeah. Every time he called at first, he wouldn't say anything. But then last night, the calls became very frequent. And each time I picked, he would tell me things he was going to do to me and my son. About how he was going to take us apart piece by piece. There was nothing left.
Omi, nothing is going to happen to your son, all right?
Zina, I'm scared.
I know, that's what they want you to feel. They've been calling everybody. They've called Timmy, Bovi, Chichi, everyone. They're trying to tear us apart. But we'll not give them that satisfaction, all right? We'll not give them.
It's him. It's him. Zina, it's him.
Okay, give me the phone. Give me the phone.
I believe you've seen the news.
And I believe you have to. Because soon you'll be rotting in jail. Every Nigerian is entitled to their constitutional right as citizens. What is a democratic government if the citizens are denied their fundamental rights and freedom of expression? These incessant attacks on innocent citizens, supporters of my campaign especially, it is unacceptable. We call on the government to step in and protect the rights of your citizens. It's only natural you do so.
should these attacks continue, we will have no choice but to protest.
You see, when situations start to get out of control and the Niger Mughals decide to protest, then you know it's time to pull out a shock therapy. Hit them with something that will make all their troubles disappear. How do you make their troubles disappear? Swallow it up with a bigger problem. That's it. In many countries, fuel scarcity, major fuel scarcity like this, can bring down a government. But in Nigeria, it is cement for a weak government. Because the more the Niger Mughal suffers, the weaker it becomes. I'm talking about the kind of fuel scarcity that will make an Okada man sleep at a filling station for days just to buy petrol. That kind of scarcity can quench any political protest.
Sam, what I'm saying is this, yeah? Should we allow everybody to go?
I think that we should.
Sorry, I'm late.
Where's Umi?
She called to say she's still trying to get Phil.
Okay.
What of the others?
They're also trying to get fuel.
Are these the only protesters?
It's the protest they hold, you know, we should go home.
Guys, calm down, all right? More people will come, all right? So let's just exercise patience.
And if they still prove stubborn, then it's time to play the ethnic card. Yeah. Start abusing yourselves in the newspapers and social media. As you're play fighting in the press, so will the Niger Mughals be fighting each other on the streets for real. Isn't that amazing? Now, if the budget provides for 5,000 new jobs, you provide 500 jobs. It's the rest of the money. In the midst of all that confusion, you carry on with your own agenda. Before the Mughals know what is happening, another budget would have finished. Now, you didn't pay a dime for all that wisdom. I'll send you my account details. Make sure you pay some accolades, okay? That's how we roll.
Yes, let's do this. Come on.
Yes, Mommy.
You can do it. I can.
Yes, baby.
You can. It's painful.
No. Try. Yes. Yes, baby. Oh. No. Let's go back. Huh? It's fine. You'll be fine, okay? I promise.
Muna, I'll see you on Thursday, okay?
That won't be necessary.
No. You won't give up on yourself. I won't let that happen. Mona will see you on Thursday, okay?
Okay.
What's your assessment? Is she going to make it?
Chances are slim.
How? I will let my daughter confine to that wheelchair.
I'm sorry, but so it seems.
Given the tension it raised across the country and the resulting violence that erupted in the eastern part of the country, with the killings and the burnings of the houses and cars, IPOB was declared a terrorist group, and I believe that IPOB is a terrorist group. And if
You just said.
What? Did I say anything wrong?
You just called IPOB a terrorist group.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
How would I do that? I said IPOB is not a terrorist group. That's what I said.
Maybe that's what you meant to say, but what it actually said is IPOB is a terrorist group.
Your response to the last three questions were not so good. We have less than 24 hours to the debate, Zina. One wrong answer ends the struggle entirely.
Hey, from the moment you walked through those doors, I noticed something was wrong. Is it family?
Maybe.
Do you want to talk about it? We can go for a walk. Okay, thank you, everybody. We're just going to take a short break and reconvene in 1 hour. Thank you, guys.
Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. Make a better place for you and for me. Well done.
Thank you, Daddy. You've made my day.
I'm glad to hear that, darling.
You have a great outing with your debate tomorrow, right?
I kept mixing things up at prep today.
I know you'll do just fine. Because you know I'll be watching.
Nigeria decides. The Nigerian presidential debate. Live from the Musa Yar'Adua Center of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Let's join Patrick Edosa and Kemi Adelana.
Good evening. It's a pleasure to have you join us tonight. Now, after many months of campaigns and rallies, as well as heated controversies between the presidential candidates, this debate defines a very important moment for each of the presidential candidates to be able to convince Nigerians why they should be voted president. Kemi, what do you think?
I couldn't agree with you more, Patrick. I mean, over 100 million Nigerians right now, home and abroad, tonight will be watching the debate. And already Twitter is on fire with views and comments. Even Instagram and Facebook is flooded with even more pictures and so many comments of all sorts from different partisans and Nigerians in general. And if you ask me, in my opinion, I think whoever wins at the debate tonight stands a very good chance of winning at the polls.
Prof, do you have a different opinion?
The way I see it, there are only two candidates in this election, Hassan Dimbo and Zinachi Ohams. Not disregarding the other two candidates.
Yeah, considering current statistics.
Exactly. You see, this forthcoming election is not about whether a 70-year-old man, a youth, a woman, or persons with disability rules this nation. It's about who can Nigerians trust to bring transparency and accountability, a corrupt-free Nigeria. This is the core, and this is what Nigerians are yearning for, and this is the essence of this debate.
All right, thank you very much. Now, we're receiving signals now. The presidential debate is about to start. Let us join Genevieve Osemedua.
Welcome to the Nigeria presidential nomination debate, hosted by HD44. Our candidates tonight: Senator Hassan Dimbo, Professor Rekia Waziri, Sinachi Ohams, and Tagama Bunde. I am Genevieve Osemedua. I will be your moderator. On today's debate, we have adopted a special format, which I'm sure and I'm aware that has been communicated to all the candidates prior to now. I will ask one candidate at a time, one question each. Each candidate has 1 minute to respond. And thereafter, all candidates may have an open conversation for 5 minutes within the guiding principles and rules of the debate. Meanwhile, we will begin with our opening statement. Senator Dimbo, let's have you start.
Thank you very much, moderator. Good evening, fellow Nigerians. My name is Senator Hassan Dimbo, and I'm running for the office of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria because anytime I look into the eyes of the suffering masses, tears come to my eyes. I can hardly eat. I mean, my wife will testify to this. I have served this country for the past 35 years. All these experiences have armed me
with the knowledge of the actual problems we have in this country, and of course, the solutions to those problems. This also has made me the most qualified amongst all these my opponents put together. And that is why I want to ask you, Nigerians, if you want to give someone a job, would you employ someone with 35 years experience, or the one with 6 years experience, or the one who has no experience at all? Remember, people cannot give you what they do not have. Thank you.
It is so easy to talk about the suffering masses when you have a silver spoon in your mouth. And those who bear the brunt of this suffering are women and children. That is why the mission of our party is to ensure that we remove this blight from our nation. Furthermore, it is not only in the political sphere that we serve our nation. I have served this nation as a teacher across 6 governmental institutions for over 30 years, from primary to tertiary institutions. And I am currently serving as a politician, and I've been doing so for the past 6 years. But there is one question that I'm still trying to grapple with, which is the fact that why is it that in my 1 year as a serving politician, I have earned much more than I ever earned as a teacher in 30 years? It all boils down to equity and justice. And that is what I promise to give Nigerians if elected your president. Equity and justice.
Zina, it's your turn.
Thank you. I can assure you that we all have great plans on how we want to move this nation forward. But I wish the solution to the problems of this country is another great plan. Please permit me to play you this short clip. Unfortunately, this is the state of our dear nation. Now, what is the vision of the Nigeria Rebirth Party? Remove the hindrance that stops the free flow of the nation's rich resources to the masses who actually own them. And then we activate our sustainability plan. I mean, what's the use pouring water into a leaking vessel if you do not block that vessel first of all?
Madam Moderator, I suppose we came here for a debate and not a movie premiere.
Senator, you would agree that our invitation letter stated that candidates were allowed a brief media presentation to enhance their opening statements after being vetted by the committee. My apologies, Zina. Please, let's continue.
For someone with a pending criminal case of money laundering to stand before you here today and ask that you elect him president, it just goes to show what substandard system of government they have built around themselves and forced you and I to live in. But I want freedom. I want freedom for myself, for my family, for my children, and God willing, for generations yet to be born. And I'm sure you want that too. We can be great in this land. Because our land is green, but these giants would rather have us live as slaves. Which is why I stand here before you and I ask that you vote me in as your president, and together we will make Nigeria a country of our dreams.
You see, the problem with Nigeria's people is fear. Our fear is just too much. I mean, every person like this wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die, Sam. Our people used to sing one music, and it goes like this. Lion is a dangerous animal. If you pray with Lion go scatter you. She is a dangerous lion. It's terrible. She is wonderful. Rayon is mystical. Rayon is Liski. She is Kiata, the danger. Thank you.
This man is a clown, I swear.
Wait, what's the name of this party again?
The name of our party is Fearless People's Party, FPP. That is why I'm calling on all Nigerian people. As you elect me as your president, it is that same fearlessness of a lion that I'm going to choke inside the chest of every Nigerian individual so that together we can fight for the light of our country. Thank you very much.
Now to the first question, unemployment.
I will answer your question. But first, let me address an issue that was raised by someone here. Yes, is there a false case of money laundering against me? Yes. Were the EFCC and the courts able to prove me guilty of these false allegations? No. It is therefore very disheartening that haters will pay the press to write all sorts about me. And politically inexperienced and ambitious babies like Zina will cleave on to such nonsense to just end some very cheap point.
Call me whatever you want, Senator. It doesn't change the fact that your acclaimed 35 years of service to this country has brought nothing but shame, pain, and misery to the Nigerian people, and they deserve an apology. I'm going to talk about experience for a bit here, since we brought it up. Now, I'm from a polygamous home. My mother happens to be the last of 4 wives, and I'm the first child and first son.
Now I know where the arrogance stems from.
Of course, whenever the youth demands for what is actually theirs from the elders, they are termed arrogant. But given your wealth of experience, Senator, could you please tell us one thing that you have done to help move this nation forward? You were local government chairman for about 8 years. And up till now, your community has no electricity. Up till now. You were governor for 2 tenures, and under your leadership, we recorded 7 ethnic and religious battles and riots that claimed the lives of over 400 citizens. The worst record of any state, and not to talk about those that were displaced and injured. And as senator, what particular policy did you influence to the good or for the good of the Nigerian people? The agricultural sector only saw some light after you left.
Zina, this time slot was made for the senator.
Well, he pivoted towards me and I'm just doing the honors. And if he actually had a solution to unemployment, he would have said it by now. It's all right, I could give him my allotted time, if that's what he so desires, as compensation, of course.
I believe the solution to our education challenge is very simple. Let us do an audit of, for instance, the federal institutions, and then compare them with global best practices and do a gap closure.
Yeah, basic responsibilities of leadership.
We will build more schools where there are none. Equip them with state-of-the-art facilities, and then we will employ more teachers.
How can you employ more teachers when you haven't even put the structures in place to make sure that they are well remunerated and as at when due?
Believe me, 90% of our teachers need the training. How can a teacher fail the same test that she give her own student? Honestly, these teachers need to be trained. If not, we are going to encounter a very tremendous educational somersault.
Apart from education, another priority that we have in our party is health, especially as it concerns women and children.
Agriculture is not a poverty alleviation occupation for the aging. We intend to make it lucrative and make it attractive to the young in our country.
My government will solve the problem of power within 12 months. You can take my word for it.
Nigerians people have heard that thing more than 1 million times. I mean, every time they hear that power belongs to the people, when common electrical power like this, they can never have. One time, a journalist was asking the minister, say, when will power come to the people? And the minister opened his mouth ajar like this and say, all power belongs to God. Imagine.
All right, I am sorry we have to move on from here. We are almost out of time. The last question, corruption. We are all aware that corruption is the most talked about dangerous phenomenon in Nigeria. In fact, Transparency International rated Nigeria as the most corrupt country in the world. And recently, PricewaterhouseCoopers also stated that Nigeria is sure to lose 37% of her GDP by the year 2030 if nothing is done about this. So how specifically do you intend to use your government to deal with this menace if elected as president?
The unnecessarily excessive perks of public office attracts all sorts of charlatans into government.
We are a developing nation, yet our legislators who purport to serve the nation earn 3 times more than some of the top developed nations of the world.
Immunity. I wonder. I hate that word. I mean, as how? And what? Why? See, China like this used to be one of the most corruption nations in the whole wide world. But today, the case is different. Why? Enforcement of the law.
Well, I believe immunity should be applied to civil cases and then prosecute criminal cases immediately.
We will employ our strategy. We call it the 4E strategy. Number 1, we'll educate the Nigerian citizen on anti-corruption advocacy, thereby addressing the value system. And number 2, exemplary leadership. I mean, how do you tell your citizens and your followers not to do as you do when you're a thief and you steal from the pockets of the government? Number 3, empowerment. When people don't have jobs or earn well, they are forced to consider corrupt ways to complement. I'm not justifying their act, I'm just stating the fact. And finally, enforcement. And I agree with Mrs. Rekia here. We would set up special courts to prosecute criminal cases speedily.
Senator Dimbo?
Thank you. You know, there is this wise saying that talk is cheap. It's amazing when someone who lives a dangerous life in secret comes out to the open to accuse people and pretend as if he is a saint. Mr. Zina here prides himself as a devout Christian. Yet, he was expelled by his church for sexual immorality. Comrade, is that not true? Yes, he can label people corrupt and promise to flush out every one of them. Yet, he was found to be of questionable character by the highest authority of his faith, his church. Now, the question I want to ask Nigerians is this. Is this the kind of man you want as your president? A man of zero integrity?
I guess that was a bit personal. Let's move.
I will respond. It is true. I was expelled from the church about 8 years ago after Michelle and I got married. And that was because 2 weeks before the wedding, she got pregnant. Am I proud of my actions? Absolutely not. My faith is totally against sex before marriage. But I took responsibility for all my actions and my mistakes.
Huh? You call sexual immorality a mistake?
Correct me if I'm wrong, Senator. Your faith permits you to get your wife pregnant even before marriage. As a matter of fact, she can be pregnant with the 4th child before you marry her, and it won't be a problem. Am I correct? So will I be wrong to say and conclude that it is a matter of faith and beliefs? And I haven't told Nigerians that I am perfect and without sin. I am not. Nobody is. It takes courage to accept your wrong and face the consequences for what you did. And that's exactly what I did. And the advice I'll give to you today, Senator, is be brave, be courageous. Because Nigerians all over the world are standing up and they're asking the likes of you what you have done with the resources that they placed in your hand.
Oh, you think you love Nigeria more than anyone else, eh? I love my country, Nigeria. And I have much more stake than anybody in this.
When you say stakes, I'm confused. You have stakes. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Senator. You have a British and American citizen's passport. Is that correct?
you have a problem with that?
Besides the houses you have in Nigeria, you have 8 houses in England and 3 houses in America. Is that correct, Senator? Your children live in America and are citizens of that country. In fact, you have nieces and nephews that are studying and will soon be citizens of England. Is that correct, Senator?
Moderator, is this nonsense what is left of this debate?
Would I be wrong to say, Senator, that you have absolutely nothing to lose should anything happen to this country? All you need to do is pack your bags or take your passports and go join your family in one of your countries of citizenship. But Senator, you know my story. You know the stories of millions of Nigerians. We have nowhere else to go. Should anything happen to this country, we are here. So Senator, tell me, who exactly has more stakes in this country? Which is why we all will stand and fight for our freedom until the likes of you are pushed out of government and pushed out of office and victory is certain.
Now to your closing remarks. You each have 1 minute.
Well, my final word to my fellow Nigerians is very simple. The office of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is not a ground for experiment. Experience, they say, is the best teacher. Let me serve you with my experience, and together we can build a better Nigeria. Thank you.
Men have been at the helm of affairs of this nation for almost 60 years since independence. And yet, over 51% of our nationals are in abject poverty. Isn't it time to give room for the strength of a woman? Her strength to nurture, her strength to strategize, her strength to birth. Let a woman birth the new Nigeria that we all yearn for.
I would borrow from the opening statement of one of my esteemed colleagues. You cannot give what you don't have. They have given us all they have, given us all they had. Unfortunately, it has gotten us to where we are today. What we don't kill today will kill us tomorrow. It is time to move forward. The green pass is over. Now is the time to move on. I hereby volunteer myself to serve and to rise with you to build a nation that we, at the end of the day, will be proud of, a Nigeria of our dream.
To move Nigeria forward, we must call a spade a spade. Simple.
Thank you. Thank you all. I wouldn't have done this without you, and I really appreciate you. But like Umi said, we still have a lot of work to do. So let's just...
Is there any problem?
What is it?
70% of our supporters do not have their PVC, according to the survey. Wow, look at this.
Unfortunately, the registration is closed.
Now, that is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Look, it is common knowledge that INEC cannot close their registration until it's about 30 days before any election. And this is just 2 months. It is on your website that it doesn't even close until 12 a.m. on Monday, and this is barely 7 a.m.
Which means you understand we're 7 hours past 12 a.m. Have a great day, Mr. Zena.
And you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Listen, I don't want to have a part of this.
Unfortunately, you will.
Misha, why are you dragging me into this?
Because you're a judge of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You never supported his decision to run for president. I respect that. But what about defending the rights of the people that you swore to protect? The refusal by INEC to reopen the voters' registration is politically motivated, and you know it.
You're going to lecture me now, right?
I'm just making a statement of facts. And perhaps asking where your loyalty lies.
You question my loyalty?
Not because I think you have a part in this, but because you know what's right. And with one call, you can have this fixed.
I want to let you know that we are joined by at least 60 million Nigerians home and abroad for this protest. It is our constitutional right to vote and be voted for. The constant disregard of the constitution of this damn nation and violation of our constitutional rights as citizens is totally unacceptable. Hence, we are saying enough! Enough! I can't hear you! Enough! Enough! They have treated us with so much disregard for way too long.
Care to share what these calls and corner messages you keep texting? What are they about?
It's family stuff.
Martin's really family stuff.
From here, we'll march on to the Central Business District.
You want to check?
No, no need.
And then we'll move to get... And then we will move to the Secretariat. Sorry, excuse me. Hello, this is Zina Chihohams.
So, what exactly do you think you are doing? Trying to disturb the peace of this country? You want to sabotage my government?
Your Excellency, I'm not sabotaging.
Be quiet and let me finish. See how much tension you have generated in the country in the last few days. On the newspaper, radio, television. Not to talk about the earthquake you've caused on the internet. If it's not a call from one of my ministers or governors, it's from the president of one country or an international organization. What is your aim? You want my seat? Look at it. Have it. From the beginning of your campaign, all you keep chanting is corruption-free Nigeria. You think we are not fighting corruption enough? You think we are playing here?
Your Excellency, my sincere apologies if my actions upset you. They were not intentional. And if you actually think that I'm here to sabotage your government, I'll be in jail by now. But I'm here. You invited me here, and I'm grateful for that. Corruption-free Nigeria is not entirely our idea. We're just following your lead. And just like you said, Nigeria is not going anywhere without it. Nigerians believe this too. Your Excellency, they just don't want to survive anymore. They want to live. And it's only fair that you allow us exercise our constitutional right to vote.
Then ask in an appropriate manner. Not generating tension everywhere because you think technology is your friend.
We did that, Your Excellency. I called the INEC chairman severally, myself. I even went to his office about 6 times, but they would never allow me see him. We had to find another way for our voices to be heard, Your Excellency.
Perhaps you will be president someday. Only then would you realize what it takes to sit here as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Is there any problem?
Have you ever noticed how often Martins goes to corners to just make calls and send messages?
Great people of Nigeria, thank you for your undying support. We are grateful. But I want to assure you that we will not give up this fight. No, we will not. But for now, the protest will not hold.
What?
The president has promised to intervene. And
Zina, you
And I know that will never happen. I mean, it's clearly a delay tactics.
The president gave his word.
The damn his words! All of it! I mean, are we not tired of politicians constantly making promises that they know they will not keep? Are we not tired?
I understand we are fully aware of our plight. And trust me, we share the same burden. But this protest will not hold for today, and that's final.
Really, Zina? You mean all these men and women who left their busy schedule to honor a call that you made, plus over 60 million Nigerians online? So all you are going to say to them is that the protest will not hold and your words are final.
It's all right. It's all right, calm down.
Some democratic president.
Like I said, we will not give up the fight. But for today, we retreat to fight another day.
And not anymore. Yeah, according to him, the president has offered to intervene. I don't know, they have dispatching or something. Of course.
Martins, whatever this is about, you can still get yourself out of it while there's time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course you know what I'm talking about. He gave his word that he would speak to the INEC chairman to reopen the voters' registration.
If he gave his word, then wait.
For how long? For how long? It's been 4 weeks now, and nothing has been done. Nothing. And in 2 weeks, the official voters' registration will be closed.
That is beyond my capacity, but I'll pass on your message.
That's the same thing you keep telling me every time. It's the same thing you keep saying. I want something more. Look, I will not just... Hello? Hello? I'm not gonna take this. I won't take this. I'm not having this.
Don't even think of going on with the protest. I don't like the dream I had.
I too will not support the protest.
Good morning, ma.
I thought the president asked you to suspend the protest. Why are you going ahead with it?
Proceed with it. I don't understand.
Where are you?
I'm in my house.
In your house? So who is leading the protest I just watched on TV?
If I am correct, the president instructed that this protest should be suspended. And as such, this gathering is illegal.
Is that not Auntie Umi?
And you will agree with me that there is nothing wrong with citizens demanding their constitutional right to vote.
Yeah!
Let the voters' registration be reopened so we can register to vote at the elections. That is all that we ask. I give you 2 minutes to disperse this assembly, or I'll be compelled to use forceful measures. Allow us vote. 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 Allow us vote.
How many people?
22.
I mean, how many people injured?
Zina, 22 dead.
22 dead.
His fiancée and his kid brother is about to die.
And Umi?
Umi, tell me she's not home.
You see what you brought upon yourself now? I became the devil because I won't support him on this race. Out of your compulsion,
I had to put a word to the president, who in turn asked him to step down until he saw things out. But no!
instead he went ahead
To lead the people out on the street to end their life.
I hope you're happy now.
Congratulations, High Excellency.
We are talking about 22 Nigerians here. And it's like we're talking about chickens. All we were asking for was just to register and vote, which is our constitutional right.
How would the government kill our citizens who went out on the peaceful protest? I mean, it's a shame. It's appalling.
In my opinion, it is not a peaceful protest. The police only defended themselves when 2 officers were gunned down. Those gunmen were planted, I can assure you that. Someone planted them in that crowd of peaceful protesters. And we must find out who did.
It is the responsibility of the federal government of any nation to protect its citizens. The federal government of Nigeria has to answer for this.
Zinachi Ohams has murdered 22 Nigerians in cold blood. He must face the full run of the law. Zinachi did not lead this protest. I repeat, Zinachi Ohams did not lead this protest. He called it off, just as the president instructed. But another took it up, undoubtedly motivated by external forces. Who these persons are is what Nigeria needs to find out with immediate effect.
Don't tell me that. How does reopening the registration translate into favoring a political party? Millions of Nigerians were yet to register, and that was all that mattered. I personally called you because I knew I would be gone for a couple of weeks, and you promised you'll attend to it. Look at what a mess you have got the nation into. 22 citizens murdered in cold blood. And now the eyes of the entire world is back on Nigeria.
I guess you now understand what it means to be trapped in a self-serving political maneuver by some sociopaths. And you will have yourself to blame all the days of your life.
What really happened? So sorry, I never asked you. Dad.
They succeeded with me. But it will be an error for same to repeat with you.
They forced your father to poison my husband. When they found out he wouldn't do it, they killed my husband. He was not crying because he did it. He's only crying because before he could warn my husband, it's already too late.
I'm sorry for everything.
Does that make you feel any better?
I'm done.
You've come too far to quit. Please.
You don't understand. No, don't.
It's all a facade. Everything.
Unfortunately, you're realizing that too late, Daddy. Quitters don't win, and winners don't quit. You've always said that we don't stop when we're tired, Daddy. We stop when we're done.
The world is asking, what exactly is the value of the life of a Nigerian citizen? Controversies have filled the airwaves and media headlines, debates on who's to blame or who's not. But I tell you, I'm to blame. You are to blame. Every citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is to blame. These innocent citizens came out to protest peacefully, demanding for their constitutional right. But corrupt and demonic, devilish politicians infiltrated their midst through their mercenaries and hijacked the protest, opening fire on 2 police officers, and the response is what we're seeing here today. These bodies lie here lifeless today because we know who these corrupt politicians are, yet we allow them to gallivant freely amongst us with reckless impunity, reckless abandon. They lie here lifeless today because as a government organization and private organization, we see corruption flourishing and we do nothing about it. They lie here lifeless today because of every Nigerian citizen that gather in groups, indoors and outdoors, and argue about the state of the nation, about the corruption in this country, but do nothing about it. They don't even have the BVCs to vote these corrupt politicians out. They lie here lifeless today because of every mosque and every church that gathers their members in thousands and hundreds, week in and week out, and don't even mobilize these people to vote these corrupt politicians out. Use your PVCs. Use your PVCs after you pray, because I tell you, you can pray from now till thy kingdom come, but without works, your prayers are dead. Our brothers and sisters feed on wild plants and drink of their own urine so they can quench their thirst from the scorching sun of the Sahara while they cross in search of greener pasture. And above that same Sahara, 35,000 feet above, we have these men sitting in their luxurious jets, sipping on expensive wine and corseted in their first-class seats while they loot away our national treasure into banks in the United Kingdom. Thousands of your brothers and sisters, your sons and daughters, are fed on by sea creatures and sharks while their boat capsized in the Mediterranean Sea, all because they were looking for greener pastures in a foreign land. And then you have these men sitting their ugly, grotesque backsides on beaches in Malaga Malibu, feeding on foods gotten from the same creatures that have for so long fed on your long-lost, youthful compatriot. But today ends the reign of terror with this evil that they've done. Because we're joined by 200 million Nigerians home and abroad. And with one voice we say, that thus far and no more! These bodies lying here today, they're crying out for vengeance. But not only for themselves. They cry out for vengeance for those who have lost their lives in accidents on our horrible roads that have been commissioned to be fixed, but this man embezzled every single penny that have been put aside for these roads. They cry out in vengeance for the unfortunate citizens that have lost their lives fighting for their pensions and have gone unrewarded and their families left to dry. They cry out in vengeance for those that have lost their lives in civil and religious crises masterminded by these evil geniuses. They cry out in vengeance for our soldiers who have lost their lives to insurgents sponsored by these devilish politicians. They cry out in vengeance for our failed justice system that has seen thousands of men and women imprisoned for crimes they know nothing about. We will not be dismayed, my fellow compatriots. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with Nigeria that cannot be fixed by what is right with Nigeria. These masquerades of slavery have made a wrong spectacle of this great nation to the world. But together we will reconstruct the headlines and change the narrative. From our schools to our churches and our mosques, from our offices to organizations and our fora, from door to door and on every media platform, declare that henceforth there will be no peace for the wicked. Nigerians may have been slow, but we are not weak. We may have acted cowardly, but we are not stupid. We may have been silent, but we are not indecisive. Nigerians all over the world rise today to mourn our loss. And we say that we will no longer give oxygen to these thieves so that they choke on their iniquities. We will vote them out of office. Give corruption a befitting burial in our land. And together we will build a nation so much so that the international community will join us in saying, "O death, where is your sting? O corruption, where is your victory?" So arise, O compatriots, Nigeria's call obey. Serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve with heart and might, one nation bound in freedom, peace and unity.
Thank you so much for taking out the time to see this movie. I appreciate it greatly. I hope you that haven't seen this movie, it has sparked up something inside of you to not just complain about the problem, but take positive action to be a part of the solution. And let me say this, the current president of this country isn't the problem of Nigeria, because before he's coming into office, the problems have been, and if not fixed, the problems will continue. And history has shown that in troubled times like these, in the rise of great nations, it is not the executive, it's not the legislature, it's not the judiciary that will fix the problem, but it's you. It's I, the electorate, because we are presidents in our various offices and spaces we occupy. So when we take the positive action, we will create this change. Like I said earlier, this movie is first of many to come, and so having watched the movie, we'll be glad to hear your comments, recommendations. It will help us shape the sequel, which is currently ongoing, the If I'm President TV series, because we greatly believe that your input, your contribution will help us achieve better results. You can send us direct feedback via the link provided in the comments section. Kindly subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn on the notifications so you get notified of more to come. We'll also be glad to receive your sponsorship, partnership, donations to help us further this noble project. You can reach us via the contact details in the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video link so many more people get to see this film. Thank you once again, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And now to the challenge, Raise a Voice 2.0, the If I'm President Challenge. Follow the instructions on the screen.